Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do. And when you do, be sure and tap on the button for the little notification bell so you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. I also would like to add thank you very much to everyone involved. Nobody wants to get involved anymore. Yes, everyone involved. We now have officially over 80,000 subscribers.
Yay! Thank you, subscribers.
Okay. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. We appreciate that. And let's see. Let's get on with what we're doing here. In our last video, we put the wrist pin bushings, we replaced the wrist pin bushings on my Knucklehead. So right now what I'm doing is sizing them, which is what I promised to do. In other words, I have to get those to a large enough diameter to fit the wrist pin. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, this takes so much time that I've already taken it most of the way. So I'm going to demonstrate how to ream this thing to size at the same time. Understand it does take longer. And this is the kind of thing that taking a lot of time is a good idea. Mm-hmm. Well, it really is. I mean, it's just Anyway, let me get into it right now. This is a reamer. This is a wrist pin bushing reamer. I don't remember what brand this one is, but I know that Jim's Machine carries them. Any of the aftermarket suppliers that carry tools for working on Harleys do have them.
And what's special about this one?
This isn't adjustable. It's just a nice one. I don't know. I do have...
Adjustable.
This is an adjustable one. I have one that is non-adjustable. It's a single pass reamer. I don't have it out here. By single pass, I mean it is exactly the size so that when you do an evolution motor, you send that thing through one time and you're done, which is way cool. But you know, I checked the wrist pins that I had against that reamer, and it's great for evolution wrist pins, but it didn't come up with exactly the size I needed on the wrist pin that I'm using on this old motor. Now, I also would like to add here, here's the specifications in the Knucklehead service manual. Piston pin in piston, light hand press fit. I'm going to demonstrate a light hand press fit, but they do give you a measurement, which is 8 10,000ths to 12 10,000ths. When I say 10,000ths, that means a tenth of a thousandth. Think of the numerical setup here. We got a decimal point. It's tenths, hundredths, thousandths, tenth of a thousandth. So when you're speaking to machinists, be careful. Machinists know how to talk, man. They speak it and they just say, well, what you mean is you mean 8 tenths. Okay, now, if you know your machinist and you know what he's talking about, that's what he means. So you want to be sure and get that right. Now, I'm using Marvel Mist Reel here as a cutting fluid, and it works very well. I use it for lots of things.
Good stuff.
Now, you want to turn this in the direction you're going to cut, which is to the right. Just like righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, it goes to the right, and that's the way it cuts. Dreamed up my own handle here. This is an ancient plum T-handle. You know, anything that goes onto the square. There are guys that put power tools on these things and do it under power. And you know, if they get it and they get it right and they like it that way, more power to them. Okay, now I'm going to take a cut. In a perfect world, I would never stop turning. However, I would get all wound up in it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just sending it through there. And it's making a nice clean cut. You can see the brass shavings there, which is why we have all of these rags piled up around that connecting rod. Now we're getting toward the end, so we've got to go real careful. Okay, And you always run it all the way through like that. Now let's see if we're getting close even. Like I said, I made several passes on it already. Okay, so we're just getting into it now. Okay, so now I want to clean the reamer before I go through again.
You're going to make air noise?
Air noise? Is that going to mess up the...
No, just clean.
I'm running out of air pressure here. I turned the compressor off so it wouldn't turn on while we're doing a video. Okay, so I cleaned all those shavings out of there. Now I'm going to tighten this, and as I tighten this, as I tighten that adjustment, what that does is it spreads all these cutting edges out here. So now I'm going to put more oil in it again. I know it looks ridiculous. I use so much oil. But gee, you know, it's just like, it's almost like having it submerged in oil, which is pretty wonderful because you get a nice clean cut. Now when we get this to size, then I will hone it. I will finish hone it, which just takes a couple minutes. Okay, here we go. I'm gliding it through nice and easy, not taking too big a cut all at once.
Are you pushing it too?
Yes. I mean, it pretty much drags itself through. But you can see all those filings there. And now we'll just slide that out of there, and we'll check it against the wrist pin again. Yep. We're pretty close. We're trying to start. See? Mm-hmm. So, we're going to do that again. And I'm sorry if I'm boring everybody by take one cut, then another cut, then another cut, and that's it's like watching somebody dig a hole. You know, the first shovelful, that might have been interesting. Okay, we're gonna tighten that again. And it's getting hard to tighten because I've been doing this for a while now. I think what I'm gonna do is get a wrench to hold this thing with while I tighten it. Seems to me it's a 5/8, yeah. Okay. Okay, I just tightened it. You were looking at that, but I just tightened this with a wrench on here.
Oh, a bigger wrench?
Well, yeah, I had to hold it with something. There's so much oil on it, I'm kind of having a little difficulty.
I see you cut the notch to fit. Nice.
Oh, yeah, I had to do that. I guess I should mention that. I put the bushing in on our last video, and when I did that, I mentioned that you don't always get the hole to register in the right place, the oil hole. And I usually get them off a little bit. I really want to get that open to get enough oil through there. And so what I do is put the bushing in and then clean out the hole with a Dremel, which I did do this afternoon.
Or a diamond file?
I have, they're called Swiss files, and I do have a set, and I was going to do that, and it got too difficult, so I did it with a Dremel. It was way, way better with a Dremel.
Okay.
All right. Now that should be pretty close. Again, it won't happen that quickly. You got to do a whole bunch of cuts. Yeah, it's getting close, but we're not there yet. And I'm running out of air in the tank. I don't know what I just knocked over, but okay. So here we go again. We're going to tighten it one more time. And then I may just have to get irritated with it and do the rest with a hone. Okay. Okay. It's still taking it out of there.
So what's coming up and everything? What's happening lately?
What's happening lately this weekend? This weekend, not this weekend, the weekend after, the 14th, October the 14th, is the Hippie Killer Hoedown. Now, they had a Hippie Killer Hoedown in April, and it was great. It was out in Temecula, and we did go, and we saw everybody, and we had a ball.
Yeah, we got a great interview.
But, oh yeah, we interviewed Cuddy. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're getting close.
I think...
One more pass?
No. Just for fun, let's see what I can do here.
Oh, boy.
Come on now. You're trying to say I'm going to be weird? Okay, is everybody ready? That gives you a really nice finish on it. And it's just like doing cylinder walls. It oils nicely with the hash marks that it makes. Oh, my finger back. Yeah, there we go. Didn't know if I was going to get it. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not quite a light hand press fit.
It's a press fit, but not a light press fit.
Yeah, well, we need a light press fit. So I think we may just do that a little more.
Oh, boy.
What's the old boy for?
Any chance of messing it up that way?
Nope.
Okay.
If this doesn't do it, well, then we'll take another cut on it. But this just makes it so smooth and nice. Now, this is another tool you can get. I usually buy them off the tool truck, but I'm sure you can buy them online. This is probably a 1-inch, and it's a ball hone, probably 280 grit. Nothing special about them. It's one of those things that you put it in your box and you find out that you got a lot of uses for it. Not just wrist pin bushings. That's so pretty. I wish it would fit, and I got a feeling it's still too tight. Yes, it's too tight. But that's the way it is. And now we have dog hair again. And I'll probably use up a whole roll of towels. Anyway, the Hippie Killer is going to be great. Again, that's on the 14th. And I know Cuddy's hired some terrific bands to play. And of course, that's cars and motorcycles. And it's fun. That's going to be in Winchester, California on October 14th. Yeah, it'll be a fun party. It really will. You know, Cuddy really works hard to put those together. He does a beautiful job. He's a nice guy. Anybody who missed his interview, come to the party, talk to him in person. Yeah, he's a good guy. He does know how to have a good time. You know, we met a lot of people at that show. And a lot of famous old hot rodders and
fans came up and seen you. That was really nice.
Well, let's not. Let's just do this. Okay. All right. You notice that I kept turning it the same direction the whole time. And then you take it out by going out the same way it went. Same way it goes. And that's the way it goes. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just... Whew. So close. So near, yet so far away. I'll bet you I can finish this before I run out of air. What do you think? Because I do not want to turn on the compressor and listen to it.
I know I don't want you to.
No, and anyone who's watching the video isn't going to want me to either. I tell you, this has taken more passes than I think I've ever done. Well, I've done it, you know.
I've seen you take 20 passes before.
Yeah, I guess.
Just being careful, and that's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, thank you. It actually feels good as it's going through there now.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it always does, and it really has got to take that wrist pin in there. Got to do that or I can't put a piston back in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of want to show that clamp that's holding the piston rod.
That's basically what I wanted to do. Yes. Where's that wrist pin? There it is.
Oh, yeah. One more pass.
You think?
Maybe two.
It's going in there.
We're at 20 minutes. We're okay.
Okay, well, I'm sure everyone's getting bored, but I gotta show it going in there, and I really did want to show that clamp.
Then I'll take up some time and
Show T-shirts.
T-shirt.
Yay. Yeah, in case anyone doesn't remember, all you got to do is go to pacificmike.com. That's our website. That's not the YouTube channel, that's our website. pacificmike.com. And on the upper right-hand corner, there's a sign in there that says T-shirts. And you click on that, and you can order T-shirts. And I'm kind of pleased with that one, a baby doll. And
Really
the baseball caps. I thought the baseball caps came out pretty nice, too.
Embroidered.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we try to have nice stuff. I mean, quality.
I'm not getting the right color. Go with richer blue. That was fast, sorry.
That's all right.
No, I hand the camera too fast.
Actually, I did that without tightening it up at all. I did that on purpose. I just took a nice pass through there to see what it would do. And there it is, so to speak.
Because you're getting close to the end, right?
Well, yeah, I want to be real careful getting close to the end. I don't want to say, well, I made it a little too big. As you can see, it's starting into there. And maybe we'll just try a little bit more honing of it.
Okay.
It probably won't do it, but maybe that ball hone's getting pretty worn too. I don't know, I've only been using it about 30 years. I don't know why. It's funny, I haven't done wrist pin bushings in quite a while, though. Because usually they get done when the motor gets a complete rebuild. They rebuild the rods, so the rods get new wrist pin bushings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Getting there, very, very close.
Very close indeed. Is there anything else I should be talking about? Let's see, the heads are out being repaired. Cylinders are done, pistons are done. After we get these wrist pins sized, wrist pin bushings sized, what we'll do is in the next video, I guess maybe we'll install the pistons.
We can show the clamp then.
Well, yeah, I suppose we could do that.
Okay.
So maybe I should take one more pass on this and make it fit. Make it fit.
Make it fit.
Yeah, let's see. How about we take that out for a second and 5/8, yep. Sneaking up on it, I'm afraid of doing it too much. Most people don't realize that originally everything in a Harley motor is reamed to size. There are specific reamers for doing everything in them, which included the cams, the lifters, everything was done with reamers. By hand.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's old style machinery. Okay, I'm going to have to do another pass or two, and I don't think we're going to stretch this video out any longer. So I think everybody can see how this is going. I'm going to do another pass or two to make it fit. And in our next video, I'll be able to show that clamp that's holding the rod And at the same time, we'll put the rings on the pistons and put the pistons in and put cylinders on it. So that'll be in our next video. So until then, we'll see you out on the road.